I think we're just gonna go in with a cold opening today. Welcome back to Movie Munchies. I'm Alexis. If you've never been here before, we watch things and we eat them. Today, we are going to watch A Silent Voice. I will be honest with you, I've seen this several times. So I do know what it's about. I'm going to be even more honest with you. Many people requested this film, some more than once. I have been very deliberate about when I wanted to approach watching this movie. Because as of today, the day that I'm filming this is the 3rd anniversary of losing my cousin to suicide. I just last year around this time finally got into the acceptance part of the grief cycle about it. And I mean, that hurt never really goes away, right? But I think today, is a good day for me personally to commemorate the memory of him and his life, and also to just bring awareness to the topic of suicide awareness and mental health and the importance of community. I had to wait until I got to a good place for me to be able to revisit this film, because it does deal with very heavy content. I do want to make a cake for this film. I'm still behind on my treat day videos because I haven't even made the Lion King cake yet, and I still plan to do that. So bear with me on the timeline of that. I'll get to it eventually, but I will be making a cake for this one. Give me a second because I did not grab my notebook. Now I have my notebook to take notes and see what kind of cake A Silent Voice gets us in the mood for. Without further ado, initiate entertainment. Let's do this. I've never noticed the heartbeats. I've never watched this with headphones. You know what? If we're gonna dive into the deep stuff, let's dive into the deep stuff. There's this documentary called The Bridge. We watched it in one of my film classes. I think it was Intro to the Art of Film. And it was about just the stories of all the people who jump off of the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a really deep, very, very eerily beautiful film. I encourage you to watch it. And we ended up having a very deep conversation in class after watching that film. And it was just really profound. But there was this one part where this one guy, we had been listening to his story and watching him walk up and down the bridge for like the whole film. And then finally at the end, he stood on top of the rail and he did that same thing where he spread his arms out like this and then he jumped. He did not survive, but there was something very, very potent in its sadness, but also in its sense of freedom when he did that. And in no way, shape, or form am I condoning anyone go and do that, but I think it helps to remind us that when you get to that kind of place in life where you are thinking that life isn't worth it anymore, it's for the people who can't wrap their heads around why someone would do that. It's just a reminder that it's very complicated. It's not an easy decision to make, and it's not as black and white as people would like it to be. It's a very, very complicated, complex, and really heavy thing to get around and to work with. I would recommend The Bridge, that documentary. I think 2006 was when it was made. It was very, very profound, very beautiful. Just because we get around. I did buy the manga, the whole set for this film because I love it so much, but somehow it's not as easy to read manga or comics or anything with pictures. I don't know why, but it's a lot easier for me to read books. I haven't finished, but maybe I'll read some more once I'm done watching this today. They are the epitome of middle school boys, for real though. Him and his tag sticking out of his shirt. And the way he carries himself too. Especially at the beginning as opposed to the way he starts to carry himself, when he's older. This film is it's really beautifully made. And the music is so beautiful and so soft. And the way that that's such a big deal when you're younger. It's kind of like, man, the world was so small when you're a child. Bruh. Him already plotting. Y'all, middle school was the worst. Or is this elementary school? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. It's at that same stage of life for them. And let me just say, this world is so not built for people who can't speak or can't hear or can't see. Like the people with disabilities like that, where one of their senses is gone. This world is not built for it at all. And like in terms of communication, most especially. Like we should really have sign language as like a required subject. You know what I'm trying to say? A required class growing up in school, like from the beginning. That should be a required thing. There are a lot of people who use it and who need it, and not enough people know it. The depiction of how the girls act around Nishimiya is very accurate and disturbingly so. Because they act nice, but they're not. They're really not. And this teacher... This teacher is done being a teacher. He's like, I've been teaching kids for far too fucking long and I am ready to retire. Aww. Yeah, she just wants to be included in everything. It's really like, it sucks so hard when you're a child, most especially, just to be the one left out of everything. Because it's such an important developmental stage in life. And to be kind of outcasted because you're different from everyone else is just like, it really sets in way too early the idea that you're not enough or you don't mean enough or there's something wrong with you, that you deserve to be treated poorly, and then you have to like break all of that down and rebuild your confidence as an adult. It's hard, bro. And why be so mean? Why be so mean? Why is that the natural instinct? That doesn't make any sense. No, ma'am, it's not. That's that entitlement attitude. Okay, listen. I hate Ueno. I hate her. I always have. And I know towards the end of the film, she's supposed to have some form of redemption. I've never forgiven her. I've never forgiven her, honestly. You really end up learning not to stand out in any kind of way. Because then, like, you could just get called out for it, for no matter what it is. If you're different, if you're trying to help the person that's different, if you pick on the person that's different, like, it's just don't stand out, is what kids think. She's so sincere, and she doesn't understand, and he's... Oh, he's rotten at this stage. It's so hard to watch the beginning of this. No. God, she's so... And so it begins. For what, baby? Why are you apologizing? Ugh. And she's still trying to be friends with him. It's... You all have, and you know it. Apparently, they're very expensive. Damn, this teacher is sick of these kids. And then they all throw him under the bus, even though they were all part of it. And that's a big... I'm sorry. She should grow up to be a Karen who plays a victim all the time.
I'm so nice and kind. I would never hurt anybody.
Sure. And she believes that too, is the problem. And it was thinking about his mom and how hard she works for money that he was about to raise his hand and say something. And this mom, I get it. Yeah, she's probably had a lot of problems like this because of her daughter, but don't take it out on other kids' moms when they're trying to do right. Bread is very important in this movie. I don't want to make a cake. I think it's just important to point out bread. And then she's just so calm about it, you know? She doesn't want him to worry. They were called aliens. They had a hard time. Yeah. I just, it's so frustrating. Why are children like this? They don't know how to understand each other. Good girl. Honestly, I love this scene. It's so real. I had a kid that I fought tooth and nail with when I was about that age. He pissed me the off. We argued nonstop. And you know what? I wish I would have fought him. Ugh. They're just babies. And life is so hard already. Okay. Listen. The solution to bullying is, in fact, not more bullying. I just thought I would put that out there. Think it's important. That's that. Yes, you know, this teacher has always made me feel a certain type of way. He's so detached from his students. Like, he could have... I want to put some of the responsibility on him because he definitely could have stepped up way more and just reached his students on a personal level and an individual level for like each and every one of them, instead of like standing up there bored and non-responsive to what he knows is going on in his class. That's not like, he needs to pick another job. He shouldn't be working with children. That's all I gotta say on that. And here he is all grown up, and his demeanor has completely changed. Yeah, she does. Uh-huh. Yeah, poor thing. Several years later. Tomodachi. His niece is the cutest thing. This boy ain't got nothing in his room. He sell all of his to try and get that money. I also find it hilarious you never see his sister. You only see the baby and you only get a glimpse of the brother-in-law or the baby daddy. His mom is a warrior for real. The niece. She's serious. I know he loves his mama, but his mama's so serious. He tried to put it out on the grill with his hand. Yeah, well, lesson was learned. You needed it. Listen, reason number one why you have to stick around. Do not do that to your mother. Don't you dare do that to your mother. Don't you dare do that to your mother. Okay? If your mom's still around, she does not deserve that kind of pain. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. Don't you dare do that to your mother. Even if your mom is still around, don't do that to your mother. Okay? Are we understood on that? I don't need to burn money for y'all to get that. What if do one of the like imposter cakes where it looks like bread? You know, that'd be interesting. And probably I've never done one of those, so maybe, you know, bread is a simple way to try out, you know? And they really do.
その罪を背負い、罰を受ける必要のある人間だと思い知った。そして、俺は孤立した。
That is true, but the other thing is that you cannot hold on to those things, you know? You learn the lesson and you take it as a lesson and then you move on in life. And he's still really young. This is, it's really hard. And it really, experiencing that as a child and knowing he was responsible for that coming back on him like that, it really got solidified really deep in there for him then. I love the imagery of the X's on people's faces. And that you feel so unworthy that you cannot look people in the eye. It's just like, wah.
ああやっていつも一人でいるんだよね。有名だよ。みんな知ってる。
And then making up scenarios and things that people are saying that they're not. Thinking that they're talking about you or they're looking down on you.
一生あのまま。あいつなんで生きてんの？
俺今日からファンやめるわ。俺も。
That kid's dead eyes, I swear. But if we didn't do an imposter cake that looks like bread, what if there was just oh god, the amount of work that would have to go into that. I was just thinking of making the cake look like, whether abstract or not, making the cake look like a river or a pond with carp in it. I'm trying to make things hard. Sorry, I keep checking on Alan Rickman because today is not the day to be dying. God, I can't take life seriously.
俺の貸すよ。
マジ？神じゃん。
God, why are people so rotten? Damn.
割引券。これだ。
I'd be looking for signs from the universe like that too.
いません。
い
Imasen.
ますよ。
Imasen.
なんでもないよ。ネズミがいただけ。ケーキもいいやつ。
I call my sister Nizumi. That's her nickname. I love her.
石田くん、見てこれ、見てこれ、自転車、君のだよね。グッドタイミング。
Good timing.
いやー、住所書いてあったからよかったよ。
People want to dress their address on their bikes?
どこにあったんだろう。
田んぼに乗り捨てられてた。いや、めっちゃ探した。
He looked for
よ
it.
かった。取り返せて。
A genuine interaction with someone. It's really and super important because he's the first person who the X falls down for. And that's because he's the first person who interacts with Ishida as though he is a worthy person. Of time, of admiration, of kind gestures, just whatever. Like, he doesn't know Ishida's past, and so all he sees is the Ishida that he is right now, which to him is a good person. So this is like really, really important and really beautiful.
石田くん、今日遊びに行こうよ。僕ら友達になったことだし。石田くん。
And he very much needed a friend. He really needed a friend.
おい。
Oi, oi.
これが友達だよ。
And that is what friends are. It's as simple as that.
友情ってのは言葉やり。
Aww.
それらを超えたところにあると思うんだ。資格そんなのいる。
Nagatsuka is so cute.
俺、翔子と付き合ってるんだ。
やべ。
Well, that sucks.
俺じゃないよ。パンのこと。あ、これ、せっかくなんでパンだけでもいいパンなんで。
It's
just so glaringly untrue. It's hilarious.
来てるなら帰ってください。
Oop. No, call him out for it for real. Because you're gonna apologize. Be sincere about it.
取ってきた。
I followed you.
クソの友達はクソ頭だったな。このうんこ野郎。
His face.
なんなんですオタク。
あなたこないだの。
違うよ。
長塚くん。
And then he runs. Come on! They both lost the plot.
いけないと思った。友達の意味をこの2週間ずっと考えて。
Because he really didn't even know when he was a child. Because all those kids, they weren't really his friends, you know? They turned on him like that. Friends will not do that to you. It's very interesting and very significant that he does not start by apologizing. he does not apologize until the very end. Alan Rickman? He doesn't apologize until the very end of all of this. And it's not for not wanting to. I think it's just another thing that he feels unworthy about. He thinks so low of himself that he's like, I don't deserve to apologize. Oh, the progression of him turning his life around is something just incredibly beautiful. What if they were each a different type of bread? He kept that this whole time, like for years. Oh, the foreshadowing. Oh my god. I think she wanted it because he went through all the trouble of giving it back to her. Ishida is... I mean, he always has a baguette, but also I think baguettes are very, it's really good baguettes. They are very, versatile and kind of that crispy outside, very soft on the inside, and they're best fresh. Does that describe him? Why not go for it? He's a baguette. Oh, he thinks he deserves everything bad that happens to him. He crawled so far into himself. It's so sad. Yes, you were rotten as a child. You got your karma. Again, take the lesson learned and move on. You cannot hold on to those things. You really, really can't. Because the person you are when you're a kid is not the same person you are when you're a teenager, is not the same person you are when you're an adult. You learn lessons for a reason, and you grow, and you shed all of those things about you that are less than desirable. You learn how to treat people better because your world goes from being this big to being this big, and it just grows as you get older, and you just gotta let go of all the things you did wrong and all the mistakes that you made, like, because if you hold them forever, they're just gonna keep you back. They're just going to hold you in the past. You're going to feel guilty for all of eternity. And you're going to think you're not worth anything. And just because you sucked as a child does not mean you're not worth good things. A message for you, whoever you are that feels that way. It's just so sweet. Community is so important. It's a thing that lifts you up out of dark places. He really doesn't. I think he thinks no matter what he does, he's gonna suck, and that's just not true. No, I can't look her in the eye right now. Yes, you do. Everybody does.
信じ込んじゃってるとこ大変申し訳ないけど俺翔子のだから妹さん
Oh, not the mom. She's so intense.
その子少年じゃないよ。え？西宮の妹。
知ってましたけど。
Nishimiya is milk bread. As far as I know, I've never had it. I've always wanted to try it. But as far as I know, it's really fluffy and soft and just like the best kind of bread. I really want to try some. I don't know where to get some. Nagatsuka is like raisin bread. Just fun and sweet. I love the way they build up their relationship. It's so sincere. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. She's an angel.
そういえば胸元大きくなったよね。何カップだろう。確かめてやる。
Is that what we be talking about? I don't, well, maybe. Maybe sometimes. Not in those exact ways. I go up to my friends and say, hey, my boobs have got big. Ueno is a bland crouton. A bland crouton. A bland stale crouton. That's stupid. I'm not taking it back. No. She's rotten. She's tough, that's why she is stale crouton. A little bit, yeah.
じゃあな。
はーい。
And then she's gonna go and be rotten still.
シミヤさん、久しぶり。元気だった？
おい。
何？一個しかないの？
上野、何やってんだよ。
は？投げて遊ぶの。昔みたいに。
She got stuck in the past in the wrong kind of way.
もしかして罪悪感的な？
No.
違うよ。
石田、ダサくなったわ。
You're the one who's lame.
ま、せいぜい友達ごっこや。
And you have fun with your life. We don't want to see you again. The range of perspectives from all of these characters is really smart.
またい、おえ、えん？ うん。
あ、ごめん。
they
全然大丈夫。
Oh.
くれるの？ありがとう。
They're just so sweet and wholesome at this stage of life. And knowing their background makes it that much fuller, you know? Suki.
Suki?
No, Suki.
綺麗だね。
Not the moon! You! That is so embarrassing. Oh, she tries so hard. And her acting like a teenage girl is so cute. It's precious. He didn't understand. This is the reason why I got the manga, because I want to know what's his deal. Like, who is he and why did he want to be friends with him? Because they don't really focus on him a lot. Like, he's just kind of there, but I'm sure they do in the manga.
Why is she there? Who invited her?
怖いかどうかは乗ってから決めることにしたの。やっぱまだ怖いけどね。来るよ。
What fun. I liked that. What's he realizing? He's having fun. Yeah. No. He is so hard on himself. Ooh, takoyaki!
上野さ、こういうおせっかいいらないから。
He didn't even look up at him. Those dead ass eyes. Yeah, no, he understands that jarring feeling of when he showed up in front of her, he as her bully, and now he understands how she must have felt in that moment because he just ended up in front of his bully without realizing it. and it was jarring for him. And so now he understands and he feels bad. Don't go back in your shell. It's okay for you to have fun, I promise.
西宮さんがいなければみんなハッピーだったよね。
No.
決めつけんなよ。
だってそうでしょ。
No.
あの人がいなかったら私とサハラは気まずくなることもなかったし、
Ma'am.
石田と島田の仲が壊れることも。
It was your fault.
俺が勝手にそうしただけだ。
石田、私のこと嫌い？
They're actually quite the opposite of each other. He said probably I hate
私
you.
観覧車乗りたいかも。
は？
西宮さんと乗ろう。
She's so nasty. Yeah, Ueno and Ishida are quite the opposite of each other. Even though they're both stuck in the past, she's stuck in the past as though it was a good thing, and he's stuck knowing it was not.
小学校の時さ、私はあなたへの理解が足りてなかった。でもあなたも私のことを理解しようとしてなかったよね。そのせいで石田は友達を亡くしたの。私たちの周りのいろんなものが壊れた。
The entitlement, man. Her world is still tiny. It's still all about her.
何それ？なんだよそれ。だからってまたごめんなさい。結局さ、あんたは5年前も今も私と話す気がないのよ。
How do you become a person that is that self-centered? That self-centered that you can't, I'm just mad because she is like, I didn't understand you, but you didn't even try to understand me. Like, how are you that blind? How do you lack that much compassion? I don't understand that. Even as a child, I don't know. You have to be, you had to have been taught some rotten stuff. I don't know.
私が昔のことを言いふらしてるって言ってるの？
ちょっと声が大きいよ。
She annoys me too.
私は西宮さんの悪口なんて言ってない。
西宮さん。
そう、石田君は西宮さんをいじめてた
Why?
の。私はね、止めたんだよ、石田君のこと。でも石田君聞いてくれなかった。すごく怖かったの。
God, I can't stand her.
いや、
No, you're right. I want to vomit too. Cause like, why? What is wrong with them? And she's so.
I can't do anything wrong. I'm so innocent. I would never. Now, how dare you? Why would you say I'd do something like that to someone?
Like, that's disgusting. Disgusting.
いたいた石田君。カバン持ってきたよ。
Why are y'all there?
さっきはごめんなさい。でも元を正せば。
That's not an apology, ma'am.
私と違ってなおちゃんは積極的に西宮さんをいじめてた。
Girl!
一緒にしちゃいけないよ。
You're as much a part of this as everybody else. Own up to it. Jesus.
That's so rotten.
俺が全部悪いから。
And he thinks he caused all of this.
その理屈は嫌い。
God! Can you own up to what you did? Okay? Every single one of you needs to own up to what you did. All of you, because you were all part of it. It was not all his fault. He was a big part of it. He was. And he knows that. But he also needs to understand that he was not all of it. They were all involved. Even Miss Goody Two Shoes, who cannot stand for anyone to blame her for anything.
I'm sorry, but it was all your fault.
Jesus. I've never been more disgusted with this scene, to be honest with you. I've never even tried to memorize her name. Miss Goody Two Shoes. It bothers me, I think, so much because she, in a way, reminds me of me. I don't know if I was that extreme, but I was someone who could not stand to be wrong about anything. However, I have such a sense of... Is insecurity the right way to put it? I don't know. I internalize everything so much that I can't stand for anything to be there that I don't like. So I will own up to things that I have done wrong because I can't stand those things. I don't want them to sit there. And for me to deny that I've been a part of something that was wrong would make me sick. And that's why she makes me sick. Because in a way she reminds me of me, but I would not go that far. It's nauseating. I've paused this so much. I've had so much to say. Yeah, he didn't have to come after everybody about like that.
大丈夫。
Oh.
俺は気にしてないからな。
Nagatsuka is... He's a real one. He really is. He's so forgiving. You really shouldn't. Like, I don't want you around.
石田君ひどすぎるよ
Damn.
部外者のくせに挟むなよ
Woof!
友達になれたと思ってた
Jesus. I think she sees herself in him. And she definitely saw it, like, right there. The way he was curled in on himself. Like, it's very clear that he hates himself. Yuzu is like a citrus. Something like a lemon, lime, orange. It fits her, honestly, that name. Because... Pure, yeah. Citrus is a very pure thing. And it is good. It kind of cleans out your system. And even though they're can taste very bitter and sour sometimes, they're really kind of they're really necessary. Oh shit, that was a horrible dream. And then for her grandma to go and die in her sleep. Damn. So we'll keep Yuzu as Yuzu. Is there lemon bread or something? Maybe that could be a flavor of the cake. Yuzu. I'll keep that in mind. Their grandmama have gone to see Jesus. Sorry. What did she say right there? She thinks...
西宮は私と一緒にいると不幸になると言った。
Yeah, because she thinks that she's the one who caused all of that. Just like he thinks he's the one who caused all of the things that happened in grade school. Even monsters have hearts. Oh no. Oof. A strawberry and cream cake. All the foreshadowing that they've done in this movie, and especially with the brief moments of silence, this film is so intricately thought out. All the different perspectives. Why did she decide that now is the time? She doesn't say see you later. She says goodbye. Don't bother to take your shoes off, just go. Oh my god.
俺ちゃんと謝ったっけ？ごめんな西宮。まだ怒ってる？あ？ しまったな。西宮に俺のことどう思ってるのか。俺はさ、
Oh, God. The bass in my ears. I was distraught the first time I saw this. Distraught. And you really don't get it from this, but his old friends, / the ones who bullied him, were the ones that pulled him out the water, weren't they? I can't stand this girl, I swear.
自殺しようと思いました。ごめんなさい。とんだ思い上がりなんだよ。おい西宮、お前マジ解約なんだよ。あんたみたいにてめえの頭の中でしか物事。
Girl, you're the one who can only see from your point of view. Get her, mama.
お前誰だよ。
Oof! The kahuna's on her, I swear! She's never met her? Poor baby. Ugh. That's the hard part about it. That's the hardest part about it. Because everyone you leave behind is sitting there wondering what they could have done. And the sad part is, like, you couldn't have, like, if you couldn't have. Yuzu thinks it, like, she's like, what could I have done?
それって橋でのこと？
She thinks, God, everybody needs to stop blaming themselves, I swear. Oh, you're the one who helped him realize what a friend is, babe. Let's all build a community and work on changing ourselves together. Like, that's what has to happen. That's what having friends and being friends means, really. Sticking with people who you know aren't perfect and who know you aren't perfect, and helping each other grow and accepting each other. Her cries are so heartbreaking. 'Cause she doesn't hold herself back either. 'Cause she's not conscious of what it sounds like. She just lets it out. That's what happened the first time they came back together. It's been a rough couple of days, buddy. It's been a bit rough.
西宮さん、ごめんなさい。
私が変わらなかったから、あなたが落ちた。全部私がいなくなればいいって。
それでもやっぱり死に値することじゃないと君に生きるのを手伝ってほしい。西宮、おーマリア、お花に水やってたのか。偉いな。
Oh, their squeaky little shoes.
そしてこれも見たまえ。
お、マジか。
I love their friendship. It is so pure.
ごめんなさい。
It is really hard to reacquaint yourself with people when you have been so stuck in such a dark place.
そういう風に使うん
It
だったの
takes a
か。
lot of courage. Even the fact that he asked Ishimiya to help him live, that takes a lot of courage too. That takes so much strength. But now they can help each other with that.
お湯って沸いた？あとちょっと。石田君？石田君？
Mm. That's overstimulation. It's a lot.
石田君。よかった。無事で。君があのまま目を覚まさなかったら、僕の全てが終わってしまうところだった。
Or chocolate bread. Something really warm and sweet and comforting.
どうしたの？石田君の名前を叫んでる長塚君の声が聞こえたから。
Just the way they've done, God, all these shots, the camera work, the angles, the things that they've decided to focus on to really get you in the head of his perspective.
いや、君はすごいよ。
He's random.
友情ごっこかよ。鳥肌
Why is she even there? She doesn't go to that school.
バーカ。
Baka. Baka. There's hope for her. She's taken the longest to get there. And the amount of strength it takes to decide to enjoy life again.
次、タイムラインの？
よく学校来れるよね。
And to be better, to put all of it behind you and to just like keep going. He's been on such a healing journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs in it, but he's gonna be alright. What a masterpiece. No. I don't know how to see it. I've been in that place, honestly, more than once, where things get so hard that you don't want to exist. I'm glad that I'm one of the people who was able to get past that. I'm confident that at no point in my life will I ever be at that low point again, because I've already been there and back. You know what I mean? Because I know that it's something that you can get past. I know that there are better things. I know that growth is always possible and it's always a thing that can happen. And because the people that I love and the people that I know who love me keep me here. And it is very, very hard to be one of the people who gets left behind. I am telling you now, if you are in a place, or if you ever get to a place where you feel like leaving this world early is the only option for you, I need you to understand. I know how complex and deep and frightening and heavy those feelings are. I know how hard it is to understand that there is more for you. I know how hard it is to see the light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. Your presence, though, affects everyone. Everyone that you've ever come in contact with in life, your presence affects them all. And you have had an impact on everyone in your life. And I guarantee you, no matter how alone you feel in the world, if you go early, you're going to leave behind people who will miss you. You're gonna leave behind people who are gonna be hurt. I'm not mad at the person that I lost, because I understand how he was feeling and he was so young, but it hurts. It hurts, and everybody goes through that, wondering what they could have done. What could I have done? What could I have said to make this a different outcome? That community is so important. What I've learned from it is the first-hand experience of what it looks like afterwards when you're gone. And that is so impactful that honestly, that experience helped me to solidify even more so the fact that I will be here as long as my body says I am supposed to be here. As long as my life circumstances say I'm supposed to be here, I will not be leaving early. Because I can't do that. I can't do that to anyone. To my mother, to my siblings, to my friends, to my extended family. I can't do that. So I'm grateful that I've learned and that I'm here. And I have, after 30 years of being on this earth, finally gotten to the point where I am living for real. Where I decided I'm going to stop being hard on myself. I'm going to start trusting myself more. I'm going to build myself a solid community of people that I know who love me. And I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to enjoy myself. And I'm going to have a good life. And it's not easy. It's taken a lot to get to this place. It wasn't an easy journey for Ishida, but he got there. And it was so worth it at the end for him. And he had his community around him and all the people that he loves and who was there for him. And Nishimiya got to the same place as well. So I'm so very proud of them. And this is a very, very beautiful film. Very beautiful film and very important piece of art. Even to call it entertainment is like belittling it some way. It's disrespectful. It's not just entertainment, it is a lesson. I'm gonna make a cake. It's gonna take a while for that to come to pass, but make sure you subscribe and click the bell to get notifications and stuff like that, so that you can be in tune whenever I get that cake done and you can watch me do whatever it is I decide to do for it. But I just really, before I let you go, I really need you to understand that you are loved, you are important. Your presence on this earth affects everyone around you, and you will be missed if you go anywhere too soon. Okay? I love you. I don't even know who you are. Odds are I haven't spoken to you a day in my life. Never seen your face, but I love you. And it'll affect me if you leave too soon. So, please enjoy your life. Don't be hard on yourself. Learn from past mistakes and move forward. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to change, and make sure you have a good community of people around you. Alright? You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I love you. Okay. I'll see you next time.